Okay, good morning or good afternoon. I don't know what time you're going to be watching this. It's me, Miss Vargas. I wanted to make this short video to kind of show you this new resource we're going to start using in class, and we're going to use it throughout the year for different projects, assignments, sometimes just for fun. Um, so when you first come in, it's going to look like this, and you're going to log in with your regular login for your other devices at school. So I already kind of made an account, technically a student account, so I can show you what it's going to look like from your end. And when you open it and log in, you're going to see this screen. But before you see this screen, these are all like my projects, you can say. Before you see the screen, it's going to let you create your avatar. So this is really my favorite part because you can really make this thing your own and really get creative with it. So you can choose everything from your age to the pose you want, your height, glasses, accessories, hair, all that stuff. And you can really personalize it to make it your own. You can either make it to look as much like you as possible, or you can make it look as fun or creative or funky as you want. Okay. So once you create your avatar, you're going to look at the screen, and at first all you're going to have is these two boxes, your blank comic and your story starters. All these are going to start popping up as soon as you start making your comics. So when you first get into this, I'm going to let you explore it. I'm going to let you have fun with it. I'm going to let you play with it so you kind of get used to all the features on it, because it really does have a lot of options and it's so great. I love options because I really want you guys to start getting your creative side out. I want you guys to show me, your actual thoughts. All of you have so many different capabilities, and I feel like this is the perfect way for you guys to kind of put them out there. So your first choice is a blank comic. So when you create a blank comic, I've already made a couple my first day of school, so I'm just going to recreate it. um it's just going to look like this. You can put whatever name you want. Let's see, my first day of school. And I'm not really going to create it. I'm just going to kind of show you the features it has. So it has for you, it's going to pop up like this, and it's going to have a background. So you can either find a background, like you can search any of these things, or it kind of gives you some options, or just you could choose what you like. If you're going to just, if you don't have a specific prompt. Or maybe you do. Maybe I tell you to write about your first day of school. So you're going to need a classroom or a school. So then you go here and it gives you all these options. You have your characters, which you can choose random characters, or you can choose yourself. Just give it a second to load. So again, you can search and do all that stuff. Your focus is going to let you change your actions or the point of view, and then you're going to add your words. So let me click done, and then I'm going to go to the one that I kind of did earlier, and I'm going to click edit. And so I kind of created this, and this is my first day of school, but she's coming. I made it seem like she's coming from a new place and she really doesn't want to be at the school. So there's her attitude face. The teacher said, "Welcome. I'm so glad to have you in my class." And the student says, "Whatever." And here is a caption. And these are all of your features here. So you're going to get to explore all these. You can edit your character, your focus. Here's a better way to show you. You can change it. You can change words, change their faces, and change their actions. So your other option, and I'm wrapping this up, is your story starters. Sometimes we kind of get stuck, even when we're writing essays and stuff like that, on how to start our story. Well, here they give you a couple of options and you kind of get the chance to finish it. So for example, big news. So they kind of give you, "One day I got a message at school from my mom that I was to come home right away. When I got home, she told me the big news." So when you click remix, it lets you kind of go from there. So it'll show you the panels that they already made. And then at the bottom, you can click add panel right here. And then it lets you, um, boom, choose your new background, um, or whatever. And then you can add the character, your mom, and then what did your mom tell you? What was the big news? And that's when, boom, you can get creative. So I'm really excited to let you guys use this. I'm super excited. I'm ready to see all of your awesome creations. So we will be using this starting probably later this week. So I hope this helps you guys kind of learn the basics. So I'll see you then.